evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TGS Sidebar, where I'm going to be really salty this week, and I can't help it.
So if you've got popcorn, you better get it out now.
As someone who's been reevaluating Arc 5 and looking back at how it could be improved, here's the thing. 113, 114, 115, this stretch of 3 episodes, good God, do I feel like these 3 episodes can be saved by having other material in it. Like, open up these 3 episodes to be used elsewhere, because good Lord, is 115 absolutely pointless. 113, you can honestly have this duel later, especially considering, let's see, what episode is it? 125? Like, literally have this duel be a part of what's going on in episode 125 here in a couple weeks, and it be 5 times better, I guarantee you. And then 114 has the wrong person dueling Dennis. Spoilers, Dennis is dueling in that one episode, in episode 114. Literally the wrong person is dueling Dennis. And the only reason he's dueling Dennis is because they're showing off the new the Neo Galaxy Ice Monster. The new Neo Galaxy Ice Monster that Kaito has. But here's the thing, he's dueling in 2 episodes later than that. Show it off there! And it works better because you can parallel that with Yugo showing off Crystal Wings again. Arc 5, I love you, but there are times where I'm just like, you could be so much better. Especially right here, where you're just like, we're on cruise control for these 3 episodes. I feel like. Anyway, episodes 113, 114, The Thirst for Carnage, and the Super Galaxy Shining in the Darkness. Yeah, these are just 2 pointless episodes. No. I wouldn't say they're pointless episodes, but the content is in the wrong place, especially 115. 115 is like, this is the wrong place for this. You killed all of your fucking, tension for 116, or not 116, 117, because of what you did in 115. And you would have created more tension after 115, but we'll get there next week, because then I can rant on about that. You'll just hear me rant about what's in 113, 114 this week. Anyway, any thoughts on 113, 114 going in?
Not really.
Okay. You're just ready for me just to go off on all this, aren't you?
It's been brewing for a while, and I know it.
Yeah. It's a little bit. Anyway. As always, links are down in the description below. Fuck if I know what subs it is that those links are, considering it's a mixed bag of subs. It might be mono sub.
I hope.
I know what I'm watching is my hard copies of mono subs. That, when we hit 118, after we hit 118, I'm going to be switching over to the hard link copy links unless I download the upcoming episodes before then. Which I might. Which hopefully mono subs is all caught up. I think they are. But anyway, we'll start up the 113 here in 3, 2, 1, go. Also, let's not get started on the point of me feeling like Yuzu is better served being in Exceeds alongside Yuya instead of Sartori Noboru being in Exceeds, since Sartori Noboru were essentially jobbers in Exceeds. But I'm sure I've ranted on that already. Pause.
Video screwed up.
Pausing.
I don't know why it wants to screw up like that.
Guess we'll take it back from the top.
Switch over.
I already scrolled back to the beginning, so.
Can't get that one to work either. Oh, now you're buffering?
Doesn't mean it won't buffer forever. Is it good now? Hopefully.
It being
Maybe.
dark.
Continues to be an ass.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty.
Well,
Okay. You know what? That one, it ain't broke. I'm not gonna change it. It's gonna keep screwing with me, and I'm gonna just start downloading them.
that would always be a smarter solution, to be honest. Because then you have to mess with internet connectivity, player bullshit issues,
Yeah.
which are always an issue.
Yeah.
All good
But
now?
you know what? Something in the background while we're doing this one.
Gonna be downloading the next episode?
Uh-huh.
Probably a good idea.
Let's go ahead.
All right. Taking it back from the top on 113 in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, stick with you as you get ported away because you just showed up.
At least this time she wasn't on his bike.
Yeah, well, she wasn't on his bike to begin with the first time.
True, but she was touching him.
Yes. By the way, here's the new pre-narration. It tells you just as much as we've already knew. So, yay!
Yeah.
And we're sticking with this.
Actually, I think it might tell us less than what we already know, but yeah.
Yeah, because it forgot to mention, that darkness that's inside you, that we've known about since Arc 1. Yeah. In case you're like, wait, who's that? That's Kachidoki. If you don't remember who that is, that's the guy Yuya beat the shit out of after he beat the shit out of Yuya in the Miami Championship. So yeah, this is their rematch. So yeah, Yuya gets to rematch with this. Look, this is the wrong time to pull out Kachidoki, I feel like. Because you know what this duel is supposed to do? I see what they're doing here, but it's a terrible thing to do.
What?
Because it takes away from the surprise. It's hinting at the fact that the Academy is using some brainwashing techniques. Yes, you know how I've told you Rin and Ruri are both brainwashed?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they kind of ruin that surprise by dropping too many hints about that. Because, spoilers, Serena's also brainwashed. And she's showing up at the end of 114. That's too much foreshadowing. Like, you don't foreshadow that at all. Also, you're a dick.
Cheap shot.
Yeah. Honestly, this duel would be better if it was Yuya versus Dennis. Because then we would get the one duel, spoilers, we're never going to get. And I think it would also help next episode just a little bit better with Dennis's duel. What can be similar to Expulsion, but that's not Expulsion? Also, I love how Sartori is just like, "Where's Saran?" And I'm like, "Are they trying to set up something between you two?" Yeah, right. Yeah, because I actually have a duel list this time that the writers didn't forget about.
For
Not
a
gonna let that
change.
point go, by the way.
Yeah.
So not gonna let that one go.
Yeah.
Now, I will give this episode, one thing. It does have a really funny moment in following the skates. A fantastically funny moment. But you can do that by having Yu duel Dennis too, so that doesn't matter. I'll be over here in my corner still being salty. Still as cocky as ever, I see. Don't you mean us? Because technically that was you two in that duel. Also, it's your dragon, not mine. Let's be honest here. Well, to be fair, you haven't hurt anybody since the Miami Championship, so
True.
I don't think anyone's really worried about that. Oh no, you. Oh wait, no, you hurt that one dual jobber, but we'll let that one go. He was a nameless goon. Someone's really desperate for victory. Hey.
Yeah.
Stupid level 0 bullshit. So all you has to do is just play this duel out long enough, and then you'll kill yourself. Yeah, when we get to the episode, I'm going to point out how Kachidoku would be better for that duel, considering what that duel seems to be all about. Yep. I think he's increasing it.
Wait, can that part of it actually work?
I don't think so. I think that's an anime only thing, because I don't think it works across the field.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like, wait a minute. Not to mention, what he did there wouldn't work in the cards either, because it would only have a level in order to exceed summon.
Yeah.
Because the card specifically says that one too. It's like, yeah.
Well,
It's like part of that I knew couldn't happen, but the whole changing it to level 12, it's like, wait a minute.
no, the closer you come to losing, you dimwit. That's not how that works. Welp. So much for that increase. He's getting used to your tricks.
He's just not used to his tricks.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, what happens in the opening is not what happens in the show. So since you is not used to his fucking magic skates yet. Yeah, this is the most action magic I've ever fucking seen in a goddamn duel in this show. Jesus Christ. Why the fuck would we do all this on purpose? Little love Yuto's look right there is like, really? I love that. It was like uses puts that as like, yeah, they're not even dueling us. Like, I didn't even have to like bust out my dual disc. Because apparently they had hey, they had at least a couple of turns because Noburu's hand only had one card in it. Yeah, did Dennis not distribute Pendulum to you guys at all?
Or at least explain how they work.
Yeah.
Um,
Thinking one step ahead there. Yeah, you might want to speed up a little bit. He's going for an action magic. You might be out of action cards, to be honest.
Yeah, you guys kind of got a little spammy with them.
Yeah, and I think that's the first time we've actually ran out of action cards. Wow, aren't we getting excessive? Someone's getting a little too excessive.
Yeah.
Now for a stupidly complicated trap card. Yep. To be fair, you probably had that trap card planned a long time ago, considering he knew his monsters would be lower level than Kachadoki's. But yeah, that's stupidly complicated.
As in first turn, the set card
Yeah.
that he played.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to point out, if they don't do anything with Kachadoki here, this is entirely pointless.
Yeah.
Guess what? Kachadoki's not made a single appearance since this episode. Again, should be Yuya versus Dennis. But nope, can't have that duel. So how you feeling?
I feel like that duel was kind of a given, and I love the fact that we kind of ignore the plot kind of deal.
Yeah.
Because literally that boiled down to Dennis sent goons after him and left.
Yep. And Kaito's in pursuit because we need to separate Kaito from the rest of the group because otherwise they'll steamroll through everything that they have to deal with.
Yeah. Now imagine if Shin was there too.
Oh, don't worry, Shin's showing up in like 4 episodes.
No, I mean, and at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It'd be one of those fusion dimension. There's a fusion dimension.
Yeah. I think the reason they separate Kaito is because otherwise they can't have that moment where it's like, oh, everyone's celebrating, and Kaito's like, I am this close to fucking carding everyone here. I really am.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Like I said, the wrong person's dueling him.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh yeah, but it's student versus student essentially, but that's the problem. Kaito wasn't really Yusho's student.
Yeah.
You know who was a student of him? Asuka, who literally ran into Yusho after she defected from Academia. Anyway, y'all queued up on the next episode?
Yep.
All right, starting up this next episode of Arc 5 here in 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I kind of ran into him, had a talk, found out about a whole bunch of stuff. Tell you on the way. Let's go. We got a boat to catch. Spoilers, we're not catching that boat. We're gonna get shoved on a stupid boat for stupid plot reasons because God damn it. Don't mind me. Still being salty over here in my corner. Yeah, that's our entire cold opening. It's just restating what we already knew from the preview. Yeah, another problem with this episode is that it tries to highlight how Kaito's different than when we first met him. He's got friends now that back him up, and you know how well Kaito's arc's been through the Exceeds arc.
Yeah.
Again, one of those. This could have been better, but he had issues. Me wanting to rewrite Arc 5 to some extent just makes me super critical of the show, I feel like. Well, missed that boat. Guess we're gonna have to find another boat. Yeah, as long as we ain't gotta row it there, we should be fine. Yeah, we just dismiss Asuka. It's just like, Kaito will be doing it. Stupid. Stupid decision. How do you fucking even know he's a disciple of fucking Yusho? And we weren't even clear on who ran what dual school from the Exceeds dimension, if I recall correctly.
True.
Yeah, he got infected with the smiles. Now he's a happy person. Look at the Yusho being so proud of his son, I think. I don't know. There you go. There's that proud father
Yep.
that he hasn't seen in fucking years. You know, like the one that's standing next to him. Arrgh. Again, be better if Asuka was here. I don't think Kaito's here to make anyone smile.
No, I think the main thing he wants to do is card Dennis.
Yep. Unfortunately, he's not going to get the chance to. And Kaito's going to do the exact same thing he's been doing all goddamn show long.
Yep.
Just bust out Galaxy Eyes because that's the only fucking thing he's got. There is only one heel here, Dennis, and it's you. You pulled this same shtick at the beginning of Synchro. Good thing you had that, otherwise this duel will be fucking over already. Come on, we need busting out fusion, Dennis. Since you're not afraid to use it now.
There it is.
Yep. Well. Kaito with all the OP cards. This is going to be a long, drawn out attack. Thank you, Oscar. I really appreciate you saying that. Attacked by hearts. Truly the worst. Well, too bad it's only 1,200. Hey, it's that one card that. Yeah. Yeah, those comrades that I didn't really have until like 2 episodes ago, but we're not going to talk about that.
Looks like Dennis can't eat his words too well.
Nope. I love how we're this surprised about a rank 9 exceeds monster.
To be fair, that is kind of a hard thing to get.
Yeah.
Not impossible, but hard.
Mm-hmm. AKA, I just have a stupidly more broken version of my original effect. Oh, where's that stupid other broken bullshit? There it is. There's that stupid fucking card you always use. Yep.
Yeah. You good sir. I fucked.
Yep. Just get one shot at, because I ain't playing today. I love a guy that's like, the fuck are you people clapping for? I'm gonna beat this man senseless until he tells me where Rui is. To be fair, he's lost most of his duels in the show. Oh, how nice of you. Okay, that is not his greatest secrets, let's be honest. Yep. Dennis just guarded himself.
And what's bad is Kaito didn't really want him to either.
Yep.
When Kaito would have been the one out of all of them, I would have been like, let me card him. I'm going to card him.
I love how they can't find boats, and there's literally 2 boats right behind them. Just gonna point out how dumb that comment is. There are literally 2 boats behind you. You're telling me you can't jack either one of them?
Nope.
Well,
I mean, the keys weren't in them.
I'm sure one of you knows how to hotwire something.
Apparently not.
So how you feeling?
I can see your point on both of those episodes. But
You're really unlucky.
But to this, I say, if it had been Yuya versus Dennis in the first one, then this episode wouldn't have existed at all.
Probably.
I mean, that's the only thing that I think would have happened. Would have been this one wouldn't have happened at all.
Then why not have them dual Academia goons? Or just some made-up Academia lieutenant that is chasing after Yuzu and Yugo?
Because, I mean, you got to hint at the thing that's going to come up.
But it's better that that's a complete surprise. Because you know what 115 does? It ruins it too, because Selena's, like I said, Selena's brainwashed. Her actions are completely because she's brainwashed in this next episode.
Well, the reason I say about that for the first one that we watched this week is more so because, yeah, why would he have stayed? And why would his deck have been set up the way it was?
Yeah.
When we clearly know it wasn't to begin with. So, I mean, I thought the little hints at it is alright, but yeah.
I honestly feel like next week like completely ruins the surprise, because like I said, Serena betrays them and essentially is the one that is responsible for kidnapping Yuzu and essentially taking her out of the plot for the next God knows how many episodes is going to be because she hasn't reappeared since she's been captured. Again. That's my problem because I honestly think it would be more shocking if Rui and Rin, have their betrayals on both Kaito and Yugo just out of nowhere. Then, since you didn't reveal Serena being, betraying them, and, leave that, especially considering what happens to the Lancers later, you keep that in play, and now you have that lingering question of, wait a minute, Rin and Ruri both betrayed them. But here's Serena with the Lancers.
Yeah.
And you don't know if she's... All you know is that she got sent back to Fusion back in the Synchro arc. You don't know where she's been, what she's been up to. And you can have her, rattle off a story of, she's been on the run from Fusion since she got back. She hasn't been captured, hasn't had any interaction with them. She's been on the run, been trying to lay low, hopefully find help. And now you question that story after that. And I'm like, that provides so much possibilities there and so much tension because it was do you trust Serena or not? And then it hurts worse when she outright betrays not just to capture Yuzu, but to throw all of them into, or throw the rest of the Lancers into the situation they're going to be involved in a few episodes. Because of what happens in that duel. I feel like it's stronger that way. Serena betraying them now is too early. Far too early to have so little impact that it does. Because it pretty much retreads the exact same water we've been in before. Yuzu's captured, she's taken out of the plot because she's important. That's all she does. It changes nothing.
True.
It's nothing surprising. But if she portrays Yuya and crew, and it gets them into the duel that's still going on and ending this week, I feel it has more impact because of what happens in this duel. Then it's oh shit, Serena is responsible for this. And it gives weight to yeah, they are brainwashed. These are not their actions. But when they are informed of this, it's going to fucking hurt. Because that's another important thing I feel like you have to do with if you have people brainwashed. You need to show that you're not afraid to have them do things that are out of their character. Because if you don't, then you're not really selling this brainwash aspect. You have to not be afraid of having Serena, Rin, and Ruri doing something that they'll regret. Because that should be a part of a story like this. If they do something they'll regret, that adds something to their time being brainwashed and their time after this. Because they'll break out of it eventually, hopefully.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you just don't have to. You can't be afraid of doing something like that. If Yuzu eventually gets brainwashed, you can't be afraid of having Yuzu fucking go all out against Yuya and nearly destroy him. Or nearly kick his ass. You can't be afraid of doing that. Because that, essentially, what you're doing right now is you're not writing Yuzu. You're writing someone who looks like Yuzu. You have to have that distinct difference. Because if you're just writing Yuzu, except she's on the bad guy side, then you're not writing to the full potential you have available to you. Just my opinion on all that. Anyway, any other thoughts before we end off?
No.
Alright. Next week, we got an episode that's entirely fucking pointless, and I'll bitch about the entire episode the entire time. And then we have a good episode that is kind of spoiled by all of these shenanigans we've had these last 3 episodes. But at least it kicks off the good stuff going into Fusion, because it's been fairly good since 116, I feel like. But anyway, that'll do it. Till next time, everybody.